Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my review on the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette. You guys know the drill. As always, there'll be timestamps below if you guys care to skip ahead. We're going to talk about cost, show some swatches, all of that good stuff. So this is the only thing I picked up out of the Fenty Beauty Holiday Collection, just because the liners didn't really interest me, and the glosses and the lipsticks, they just weren't really calling to me, so this is what I picked up from that. If you guys want any information on this line, I'll link below the review I did on her first initial launch of products so you guys can get some background on her. I'm just going to read you guys from their website the description of the product because I feel like a lot of times people go back and forth about what it's supposed to be and what it's not, so I just figured this would be easier. And it says what it is: a limited edition glitter eyeshadow palette of 14 star-dusted shades designed to accessorize any eye look. By the way, I have a new tray in that I put in last night, and this is the most painful tray I've had. I'm on 12 of 19, and this one is like, they're starting to like, having to like kind of pull my teeth down and push them back in, so it hurts. Forgive me if I'm talking a little more odd and lackluster than normal. What it does: launch your eye look into new glittersphere with limited edition Galaxy eyeshadow palette. Hyper-reflective sparkle meets a rainbow of 14 celestial-inspired colors that range from sheer, glittering top coats to smoky, shimmering, drenched hues. Like jewelry for your eyes, these glimmering eyeshadows and top coats are the ultimate accessory to every look. From smoky, iridescent violet to gold glitter on mint, Galaxy is studded with unique color and glitter combinations that deliver a phenomenal 3D effect. Featured in a sleek, oversized, jewelry-inspired case, this transformative palette gives you infinite ways to get mega lit. I thought lit meant drunk. I can't keep up with kids and their lingo anymore. Where you can find this palette is, this is a Kendo brand, so it's exclusive to Sephora, and you can also find it on the Fenty Beauty website. So when I read the description, it already explained it, but this is a limited edition palette. This is just out for the holidays. The cost for this palette is $59. This is the packaging on the outside. It does get kind of fingerprinty. This does remind me of a big tourmaline stone, like a rainbow tourmaline. This is the outside packaging, which I think is really cute. It's Fenty and glitter and kind of still that same, it reminds me of like graffiti in the background. The colors are on the back. The only thing I don't like about this is the ingredients are on the side here in super small print, but they are available online, which I like. I will say this, I thought maybe it was just me because of my nails, but I asked on my Instagram and a bunch of you guys told me you have no nails and you're having the same problem. I find the highlighters extremely difficult to open, and same thing for this. So even when I use my thumbs like this, it's not like I'm digging in with my nails. I have a hard time opening it, so, ooh, there we go. I feel like you have to find like a sweet spot on here to like apply some pressure on both ends to kind of pull it apart, or it's difficult. I've had to have Keegan help me. I can't even like get anything in there to kind of pry it open either. It just hasn't worked for me, so that's just a little frustrating for me personally. I've heard some people say that they have zero problem opening them. This product is made in Canada, and in it you are getting 14 shades. They don't really describe them as shimmer. They just call them like reflective, sparkly shades on there. I was reading on the website because I've seen people go back and forth saying they're supposed to be opaque and other people saying they're just meant to be like toppers or transformative shadows. Per the website, these shades range from sheer glittering top coats to smoky, shimmer-drenched hues. So there are some that are just meant to be toppers that are sheer, and there are other ones that they're calling like a drenched hue, which would be a color. This palette does contain 5 of those sheer top coats, which are Ozone, Sublime, Cosmic Ocean, Meteor Crush, and Mars on Fire. And then 9 more shades that do have more of a color payout. Each one of these shades is 1.4 grams each for a total of 19.6 grams worth of product in this palette. The shelf life is kind of odd. It's only 9 months, not 6, not 12, 9. I didn't order this directly on the Fenty site because I wanted to wait for Sephora to get it, because I typically get products from Sephora faster because I have the Rouge 2-day shipping. So I did order this from there the minute it popped, and I got it in 2 days. So I don't really have any other shipping details for you guys. This palette is not vegan because it does contain carmine, but all of their products are cruelty-free. A lot of people ask me how this compares to the Urban Decay Moondust palette. So I have them both right here. This is one of the most expensive palettes I own in cost per gram, and I will show you finger swatches side by side. These are more opaque in color payout than these, but this is like more than double the cost per gram from this to this. Let's get into the cost breakdown right here on the screen, guys. You do get a decent amount of product in this palette. I'm comparing that to similar formulas kind of like this. The Fenty Galaxy palette comes out to $3.01 per gram. The closest formula I own to anything like this would be the Urban Decay Moondust palette. This palette, you only get 5.6 grams for $49, and it comes out to $8.75 per gram, which the only higher one I have is Hourglass Modernist palette. Both of these palettes are made in Canada. I'm assuming by the same factory up there, which does make really good products. There are some similarities in the ingredients and formula, but nothing exactly the same. These do remind me too a bit of the MAC Dazzle shadows, but these are a little grittier than the Dazzle shadows, are a little more smooth. So let's talk about how these apply. I'm wearing this pink shade, this Meteor Crush, all over my eyelids today, and I really do like this color. There are a few colors in here I really like these greens. I like this purple, the pink. I really like this shade. Surprisingly, I do like this like powder blue. Normally I like that color, like blue is one of my favorite colors, but in an eyeshadow I'm kind of like, but the way it goes on is nice and sheer and iridescent. It's pretty. Really, out of this entire palette, there's nothing that I really strongly dislike besides this dark blue color right here. It's odd because all of these shades have like a lot of shift to them and like a micro glitter, and I don't really find a lot with that one, and it's just not my favorite shade. I tried putting these on first, with doing my eyes first before my base, because I was thinking that with the texture that I was going to have a lot of fallout. I didn't have any fallout in this look I did. I have to wear glitter glue with these or they become, I get fallout on my cheeks and they don't last very long, but that's standard for me with any shimmers or glitters because I do have hooded eyes. I typically always wear it. Again, the only time I didn't was when I did my ABH Prism review, and that's because I think I totally spaced on it because I put down that kind of like smudge pot down first, so I think my mind just like kind of skipped that. I find the best payout I get is, and I mean this pink Meteor claims it to be sheer, but I do get a decent amount of pink on my eye from there. Again, I don't have anything on my lid. I just went in with Max Paint Pot, kind of carved that out, and then I put some glitter glue down. I picked up the pink shade with my synthetic MAC 242, sprayed it with Max Fix Plus, and then I put it on. I find all of these apply pretty similar. Some of these, like this, like I said, this blue one, I don't really like the way it applies. And the other ones are, I mean, what you see is what you get. Wear on these, you know, I would say basically with any glitter, I'm yet to find a glitter that I get a ton of wear with. And even though these aren't technically like labeled as a glitter, they do have microfine glitter in all of them. All of these, they have shimmer in them. I don't get a ton of wear out of them. I will notice that they start breaking up at about maybe like 4 hours, where like a lot of mattes and other shades last a really long time on me, or certain shimmers do as well. These don't really. As always, Ripley was kind enough to swatch for me on her deeper skin tone. As always, I will have her foundation shade listed below for reference, as well as her page. Okay guys, let's get into some swatches now. I will be swatching in my typical fashion. I will be laying down a base of Urban Decay's Primer Potion. I will be swatching the shimmer shades with my MAC 242 brush, and I will be swatching the mattes with my MAC 239 brush. In between swatches, I will be cleaning my brush in my color switch so my brush will not be damp. As always, the first swatch will be a finger swatch, and the one right next to it will be a brush swatch, just so you can see the difference in performance. to show you guys this palette just finger swatched up against this one so you can see. These shadows are more opaque than these, so it just depends on what you're going for. This is, again, significantly more expensive than this. So in closing, would I repurchase this palette? You know, I don't think I would. Not because these aren't good for what they are. It's just because I'm not a huge glitter fan. I do have some glitters, but it's not something I reach for very often. I would assume by looking at this, you guys are well aware of exactly what this is. You can see its shimmer. You can see its glitter. You can see it doesn't have any mattes. But this is a perfect palette to pair with another palette for some pops of shimmer on your lid. I just have to say, like, I got this a long time ago, and I actually got this after I swatched it like 4 or 5 times on my hand because I thought the shades were beautiful, but I'm like, I'm never going to use that because I either like, for me, like, I'll do glitter on like holiday looks or like if I'm going to a party, but it's not something that I reach for very often. So, and I literally have used this palette one time in the entire time I've had it. I do keep these things for swatch comparisons. Would I recommend this palette? I would if you like glitter. I mean, you guys, this is you're getting a nice value compared to how much product you get for the cost of this one. This one knocks that one out of the park. This one is not going to be as opaque in their color payout as the Urban Decay one. But again, most of these, I think you'd already do your eye look and then go in. I do recommend wetting your brush with these and using a glitter glue. Really do like the packaging on this. I wish it was a little easier for me to open. Just like I've said in like my Natasha Denona reviews, like those chroma crystals that are kind of like that same glittery texture that I get fallout on my face. It's just not my favorite formula to work with. So just because of that, it's just not my cup of tea. But if you guys like glitters, I think you'll be happy with that and you are getting a good amount of product for the price. I don't think people need another matte palette. I think that Rihanna was trying to do something different. Again, it's just not my cup of tea. So that's all I pretty much have to say. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.